Good morning, you guys. I'm so happy to hop back on here with you guys and have this amazing talk with you guys. Today's topic, I wanted to talk about strong moms, just because I'm a strong mom, proud strong mommy. But yeah, I had a conversation with a mom on Instagram, and she was just talking to me and she was telling me how my videos have just been so inspirational, just, because I'm so raw and so real. And I'm actually talking about, incidents of shit that's going on in my life, that where like legit people again can relate to, right? And she was just talking about how she went through a really really tough time, being a mom of two kids. And she was married, and it's just like she hit rock bottom when her husband said, "You know what? I just I need a break. Like, I need a break. I need to get my head together. I don't know if we can continue with this marriage." And she was just devastated. And she hit rock bottom, and she just felt like, she was talking to me and she was explaining to me, she just like, she felt like she couldn't breathe, she felt like she couldn't eat, she felt like she couldn't sleep. But at the same time, she had two kids to wake up and take care of, right? And that's why today's topic, I wanted to talk about strong moms. Because at the end of the day, honestly, I want you guys to pat yourself on the back. Whatever it is that you're freaking going through right now, you are superwoman. You are strong. I came from, a single mom. My mom had to, I'll tell you a little bit about my mom's story. Like, my mom, she was abused, from my dad, physically, mentally. And she picked up one day, she took her three kids, and she said enough is enough. And she had to start all over again. And then, with three kids. And it's just like, damn, I'm a single mom, and I'm just like, I only have one. I'm like, I can't even fathom of having like three kids on my own, making sure that like, I'm taking them to school. I got to make sure, I'm dealing with the house, the bills. Just, it's a lot, right? And a lot of times, like, we don't give ourselves enough credit. And I feel like us strong moms, we need to give ourselves credit. We need to pat each other in the back, and we need to uplift each other more than ever, right? Because being a woman, especially if you're an entrepreneur woman, and then you have to take care of the kids too. That's just like, I look at moms that are entrepreneurs, and you have kids, and you have a husband, and you have a home to take care of. It is a freaking lot. It's a lot. Like, you legit feel like you're superwoman. You're always on the go, 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 go. And yeah, like, when shit happens like that, and the relationship kind of crumbles, and you find yourself at rock bottom, I think it's really really hard, and to get yourself back up. But at the end of the day, I was talking to her, and she was just saying that it was the hardest thing that she ever had to go through, but she found self-love. She found herself. And I think I can honestly talk about that, as I talked to you guys previously in some YouTube videos about like my experience, about me hitting my rock bottom this year, about, my ex leaving, and automatically out of nowhere saying that he moved in with somebody when he was still with me. And it's just, that's a lot. Like, I felt like after 15 years, and that was my rock bottom. I felt like I couldn't eat, I couldn't sleep. But I still had to get up. Still had to put my mom face on, and put that cape on. And on top of that, I'm an entrepreneur, right? I still had to get in front of clients. I still had to, like, I had to take care of my responsibilities, right? And I think that it is really really challenging when you go through, a breakup, especially if you're with somebody for like a really long time. But even if you're not with them for a long time, a breakup is still really hard. But again, I find like when you really hit rock bottom, moms out there, those are the times where you find back yourself, because of the fact that, especially when you're a mom, you're like always you're nurturing, you're giving your time, you're giving your energy, you're giving your mind to either, let's say, your significant other, or then you're giving, your time, your energy, everything to your kids. It's like sometimes we kind of lose ourselves. We lose who we are. We lose our self-love. We lose just our thought process and our mind on focusing on us. So we forget about us. So when shit hits the fan like that, and then you hit rock bottom, or let's say that significant other leaves, and you have all these responsibilities and you still have to take care of the kids and all this stuff, it's just like, it's the most challenging thing ever. And I think, I get, again, me going through it, I feel it, I know it, right? But at the end of the day, the biggest thing that I learned from hitting rock bottom as a strong entrepreneur mom is that it helps me to find back me. It helps me to find back who I am, my self-love. How can I love myself? How can I cater to Tracy? How can I respect Tracy? And I think, again, for any moms out there that, is going through a tough time, especially in this situation, and still having to have to put that cape on to be super mom, to, show your kids that you're strong. Remember that those tough times, it's gonna help you to start finding you again, help you to start loving you again, right? So start treating yourself with like respect and caring for yourself. Like we lose ourselves when we have, our kids to take care of, and then if you have a husband and you have to take care of him, so another scenario, I met with another woman recently, and she was just talking to me, and she's just like, it's so crazy when you get married, you lose yourself even more sometimes, right? Because it's just like you're catering to somebody else now, right? And then it's so easy to just get caught up and forget about yourself and forget about your self-love, because now you're taking care of your husband, you're taking care of your kids, and you get caught up in it, and you gotta pull yourself back. So if there's any women out there that are listening to this too, and you're married and you have kids, this is a great message for you to start into 2021, that you need to really take some time for yourself. Take some time to find, I know it's hard, I know it's challenging, especially, if, like, again, you have kids, you have the house to take care of, you got to cook, you got to clean, you have work. I get it. But at the same time, if this is not right, you cannot be that strong mom or that strong wife for anybody else. You need to make sure this is right before you can take care of anybody else, right? And again, that's the biggest takeaway I learned, through this year too, from me hitting rock bottom, right? Is understanding that I need to always make sure that this is right before I can be that strong mom, before I can be that strong partner, right? Is making sure that this is right. So for all those strong moms out there, yes, we are strong, that, we can take on so much and still get up and get. But at the end of the day, sometimes that's just not enough, right? Because when shit hits the fan and you lose somebody, you lose your significant other, you want to make sure that you're mentally and emotionally prepared for, if that day comes or that day happens, you can handle it, right? You're already mentally strong and emotionally strong. And how you can do that is just, take care of you. Make sure you find time to take care of you, right? Us women, we're so nurturing, we're loving, we're caring, and we just want to make sure that everybody's okay. But we also need to take a step back and understand that we need to be okay. We need to take care of ourselves, right? Again, mentally and emotionally, right? So I think that that's so important, that something that I learned, like, don't wait till rock bottom hits you to understand that self-love and self-care is so important on a daily basis, right? Because I hear it all the time with women that they hit rock bottom when their significant other leaves them, and then they're left with the kids and have to battle everything, is when they find themselves. And it's the hardest thing to get your face off the floor. And then you have to put a face on to get up and take care of your responsibilities and take care of the kids, and be that super mom, right? So I urge anybody that listens to this right now, if you're a strong mom out there and you're in you're married, or you're in a relationship right now, take that step back to really practice self-love and focus on you as well, just as much as you're focusing on your kids and your significant other. Because again, I'll tell it to you, if this is not right, then nothing else is right. And that's exactly what I'm learning. I'm learning in this. And there's some tips that I can give you that I started to do. Is I know it's really challenging, especially when your kids wake up. There's so much, you got to make them breakfast, you got to make sure they get ready for school, or it's just go 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 when the kids wake up, right? But the biggest thing I can tell you, I know it might be challenging, but it's all about routines. Is wake up an hour earlier. Wake up an hour earlier before the kids wake up, and focus on you. Focus on your mental health. What is it that you enjoy? Whether it be, I'll give you guys some examples. Maybe I'll share my routine with you, and if it resonates with you, maybe you guys can do it too. So what I do is I get up at 5 a.m. or sometimes 6, right? 5 or 6, whatever works best for you. And I meditate. So meditation could be anywhere from 5 minutes, 10 minutes, a half an hour. I do a half an hour. So I meditate for a half an hour. And then I write out some affirmations. Write some positive things about yourself, ladies. What's some positive things that you're not hearing, but you need to tell yourself. I am love. I am beautiful. I am an amazing mom. I'm a strong woman. I am ambitious. I am a fast learner. I'm whatever resonates with you, that you'll feel it, that you need to hear, that you don't need nobody else to tell you these things, because you can tell yourself and start building up confidence and self-love inside of your head, right? And in your heart. So some affirmations, right? I say some affirmations. I write out some affirmations, or write out a journal, right? Write a quick paragraph, how you're feeling, right? Get out your emotions. Do you feel good when you woke up in the morning time? Did you feel good? Did you feel beautiful? Did you feel sexy? Write out some things on a journal for yourself, right? Takes maybe like 10 minutes, 5 minutes max. Write out a journal, write out some affirmations. I also like to read at least 10 pages of a good book. I can give you guys, example. I'm reading this book right now, Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill, an amazing, amazing book. And I'll be honest with you guys, I never, ever liked to read, ever. I was not a fan of reading. It was just not my forte. I'd rather listen to a YouTube video or something like that. Or audio, just not a fan of reading. But again, it helped a lot with my mind focusing, with it relaxing, me just spending some me time, right? I read 10 pages of a good book in the morning time. And then after that, I exercise, right? Whether it be, you guys, it doesn't have to be something so drastic. It could be a 15-minute workout, right? Just to get the blood flowing, 15-minute workout. Or a lot of women out there, a lot of moms out there, like, yoga is amazing, right? If that's your thing, do yoga, but find that time for yourself, right? Find the time. We can find the time. We just have to figure out what time slots work for us. And I know, it may be challenging because you're tired. You do so freaking much and you're just tired. You just want to relax. But believe it or not, those things are relaxing. You just got to find which one works best for you and get yourself into a routine. Anything that you first start off is obviously going to be challenging. I think they say it takes 60 to 90 days to break out a habit. Yeah, it's going to be a little bit, challenging, but you got to take it in and know that it's going to be something for you. It's going to be beneficial for you in the long term. So I would give that advice to you guys to, wake up maybe an hour earlier, or when the kids go to sleep, focus on you, right? Take some time to focus on you. It's just making that time, whether it be 15 minutes, right? Whether it be 20 minutes, whether it be a half an hour, or whether it be an hour, finding the time to show yourself self-love, practicing self-love and working on you. All you strong moms out there, we are strong, yes, but we need to, we're physically strong, we're on the go, all the time. But take a step back and say, am I really mentally strong, right? Because like there's things that a lot of us women go throughout the day that we don't even get a chance to think of, but when shit hits the fan, it's just like our whole world crashes, right? So I think it's just taking that time to, work on yourself on a daily basis. So when shit really hits the fan, or your significant other leaves you and you feel like you're at the, the bottom of the bottomest, like honestly, you'll be able to like build yourself up very, very much so quickly, because you already started to like show yourself self-love, practice self-care and all that stuff. So you'll be able to deal with the situation a lot more better. And again, talking about this through experience, because before I was not doing that stuff. And then when I hit rock bottom, it was just the hardest time of my life to get back on my feet. But I've been practicing this vigorously, practicing self-care, practicing self-love, making the time for me no matter what. And I just feel I feel so good. I feel unstoppable. I feel like I'm ready to just take on the world. Like whatever comes my way, I can embrace it. I can accept it, and I'll be able to move on from any situation, feeling that I'm stronger, I'm wiser. And I think again, like it will help, because I've went through it, and I've also spoke with other women out there that are moms and went through rock bottom with a significant other leaving them, and then still be able to get up on their feet because of the fact that they already practiced self-love, they practiced self-care, they knew their worth, they knew their value, or they knew what they brought to the table. And again, that's not something that happens overnight. That's something that you need to work on yourself every day. It's a everyday process that you need to work on yourself. So don't go blindsided. Don't let that day come and then something happens. I would, tell all my strong women out there that I'm looking out for in this YouTube video, to find that time to work on yourself. We are strong women that can do anything we want and more. There's nothing that we can't do, man. Especially if you're a mom, and it's like, what I found is like you set the tone too, like when your kids absorb and they see everything that you do, right? It's just like when they see my daughter, she's 13 years old. When she sees me reading, when she sees me meditating, when she sees me practicing self-love, now I'm setting the tone. I'm setting the tone for her, right? I'm setting the tone that she sees mommy practicing self-love, self-care, or she sees me working out, right? She's seeing all this self-care, all this self-love. And what do you think is going to happen now? It's going to fall onto her. And now she's going to practice self-love. She's going to practice self-care, and she's going to start taking care of herself. She's going to make sure that no one's going to mess up her, her space or her energy at all, because she's already preparing herself every day, working on herself every day. So my biggest thing for, moms out there is like, kids are watching. They're watching how you treat yourself. They're watching every day, is mommy taking care of herself? And then they're now gonna set the tone, like set the routine, that if they're watching, seeing what you're doing, if you're not exercising, you're not taking care of your body, you're not eating healthy, you don't read, but then you're we preach to our kids, oh yeah, you should read. Oh yeah, get off your iPad, but then we're on our phones. Oh, or get off playing video games, but then and go read a book. But are you reading a book? Like, you know what I'm trying to say? So it's just like, it's these little things that, yes, we're strong moms. Yes, we do great things for our kids and our husbands, or if we're in a relationship, for a significant other. But at the end of the day, we need to practice self-love and practice self-care. And not only that, set the tone for our kids, right? more so now than ever, especially how you're home with your kids now. It's not to say that your kids are out in the like school. Well, there's some people that still have their kids out in school, but you're around your kids more, right? Regardless of not if your kids are in school and then they come home or whatever the case may be. It's not like you guys can go to friend's house or family's house or whatever the case may be. They're there with you a lot more now, right? So really, really narrow it down and say, you know what, what's the tone that I'm setting? What's the example that I'm setting? Right? And set the tone from now. Start from now because they're watching, right? We are strong women that can do anything we want and more if we put our minds to it, right? So, and it's all setting a routine on a daily basis that's going to build that momentum, that's going to help you. That again, if any day your significant other decides to walk up and leave, bye, see you later. You already built yourself mentally and emotionally. So I'm going to tell you again, like my advice to with all these strong moms out there, make sure you start setting the tone for your kids by working on yourself on a daily basis, right? Make sure that you work on yourself to just prove self-love, self-care. So then let's say, God forbid, if that significant other ever walks out on you, you're already prepared for it. You're already, or does something that's not, he's not worthy of you anymore. You're already prepared to walk out that door and be stronger than ever, mentally and emotionally, because you worked on yourself little by little every day. And there's 24 hours in a day. Like, it's all about setting your routine. There's no way that anybody can tell me they don't have time. We always have time for what we want to have time for, right? So if you want to build a routine, you'll find time to build a routine. Let's be honest with ourselves, because if we want to be on Instagram or we want to be on Facebook or if we want to be on social media, damn, I find the time to sit there and scroll through my phone. So everything, it's all about putting your mind to it and saying, I'm going to build a routine to become a better version of myself, right? And again, as us being strong, this video is based on, strong moms out there, strong women out there. Like, again, we can do anything we want if we put our minds to it. So it's just all finding what works best for you. I gave you guys some great examples on what I'm doing to work on myself mentally and emotionally, to become stronger and also set the tone and set the example for my daughter. So I hope that some of those things that I had shared with you guys will help you guys on, going in 2021 with a whole different mindset. So then again, if anything ever freaking happens to you ladies, if your husband does not deserve you anymore, or if you decide to leave your husband, or he decides if he leaves you, or if you're in a relationship and that person decides to leave you, or you decide to leave them, vice versa, whatever it is, you can detach yourself stronger. Mentally stronger, emotionally stronger, because you have already worked on yourself on a daily basis, right? Because when you're practicing, honestly, self-love and self-care, there's no better feeling. You know your worth, you know your value, and you know that there's nobody that can jeopardize that, right? So that's my biggest thing for all my strong women out there, my strong moms out there, is to find the time. You're worthy. You're strong. You're amazing. Find the time to work on you. And for all those women out there that may be listening to this and you are, at rock bottom, because I had some conversations with some women that are at rock bottom and have, taking care of their kids right now, their significant other left them. And they're just feeling like they don't know what to do. Like they're feeling like they don't want to get up. They feel sick. They feel anxiety. They're going through a rough time. Let me tell you that in this very moment of your rock bottom and you going through a hard time, you're going to find yourself. You're going to find self-love. You're going to find how to value yourself. And then on top of that, you're going to set the tone, right, on how you want to be treated and how a woman should be treated. So if there's any woman out there listening right now and you're going through a tough time, know that life is not happening to you. It is happening for you, and you are doing amazing things by either walking away or or B, just saying, you know what, that person who walked away is not worthy of your time and your energy, and that you and your kids deserve way better, and that there is way better out there, that you just need to work on yourself, your self-love and your self-care, and great things are going to come to you once you work on yourself and eat the things that I had talked about early on, and the things that I'm working on and I'm taking in consideration on implementing in my life on a daily basis will also help you women out there that are going through a hard time of a breakup and have kids. It honestly will, and it'll help keep you going. And it's videos like this that I'm trying to make out there to show you guys that, hey, there's people out there like you that are going through it, and finding ways. Just don't stay at rock bottom, and just find different ways to get yourself back up, because at the end of the day, we are strong women, and we set the tone, we set the example for our kids, right? And in showing them how a woman should be treated, how a man should treat a woman. We set the tone, we set the examples, and we have everything in us to get our faces off the floor and get back up 10 times stronger and become the best damn freaking version of ourselves. I am living it. I am breathing it. I've been going through it for almost 6 months now after my breakup. And I'm just constantly, consistently finding ways to work on myself, learning, growing, evolving, and then also showing my daughter that mommy is super strong, and mommy is going to get through anything and everything. And I'm setting the tone to show her, how a woman should be valued, how to practice self-love, self-care by the things that I'm working on, and not staying at rock bottom. So yes, it's hard, yes, it's challenging, but at the end of the day, man, if you brought a kid into this world, ladies, you got this. You got this, and you will make it through. I promise you. And hey, if you're a strong mom and you're still listening to this and you're not going through something right now, regardless or not, the things that I shared with you early on about, practicing self-love, finding that time for yourself, and yes, you could still give the time to your kids and your husband or your significant other, but find that time for yourself, because you are worth it. This video will also be valuable to you as well. I hope this video resonates with you guys out there. If what I talked about this morning is not for you, hey, no worries. There are people out there that need to hear this, like a lot of other women, strong women out there that need to hear this. So please please share, please leave a comment. I'd love to hear you guys input on things. And I also have an amazing, motivational Instagram already. Please go check it out. It's Toronto_Tracy_Gobin. Please go, check it out. Tell me what you think. Share my content, because I feel like it can make a difference in a lot of people's lives right now, more than ever with this, with this COVID situation going on. And thank you so much for joining me, you guys. I love to see you guys, and I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow again at 9 a.m. Eastern time. And I always say at the end of my videos, each one, teach one, share the love, share the knowledge. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. I hope you guys have an amazing day.